Hi and welcome back to Animating the Drum with MIDI. So what we've done so far is, just to recap, we've left the hi-hat as it was and it's parented up okay. The bass drum's parented, the rest of them we've unparented. It's very important at this moment in time that you don't move the drum system, otherwise you'll leave everything in mid-space, which is not going to work very well. What I've done, I've just provisionally went to the start here, and I've sort of roughly positioned the two drumsticks there and there. So what we're going to do now, we're going to look at the right drumstick, and I'm now going to put in movement into this one. Okay, so what we do first of all, I'll come in a bit closer. So we're going to use our app again. So we're going to go into this one, run this one again, and here we go. So we're going to do channel 10, and we're going to use percussion. We've already pre-selected the stick before we've done this. Then we've come down to rim shot. We're going to use Y rotate, but this time we're going to use -4. So we're going to add that in there, apply the assignment, and you can see it's come up in here. So now if we move this along here, you can see the drum stick going up and down. Okay. So, and what we haven't done, which would be handy, is to try and fix this so that we can return to it. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to bring this round so we can see where that stick actually is. And then as it goes round, we're going to just see how far this is going down. And as you can see, it's not a very much in the way of movement, but that's what we want for this particular stick and then this rim shot one there. So I'll just make sure that's all coming through okay and we can see it. Okay, so that's the drumstick right. I'm going to open this up a little bit because what I'd like to generate here is a point in time there where we can return to it. So here under parameters, we're going to look on the movement buttons, these particular ones here, these sliders here. So all I'm going to do is actually just click it like this. Okay, so what that's done is put a prefix line here, and try not to do that over the actual drum pattern itself, just a little bit before. Okay, so now I'm going to get hold of those and I'm going to make them constant. So now when it comes across, it'll come along and it gets to the first one and it goes down, then up and down. So that's your note on, your note off, your note on. But now we've got a way of fixing this position. So that now, being very careful to get these two either side exactly in there. If it's a little bit difficult, you probably have to open up this again to make it a bit clearer. Okay, so now we can fiddle with this a little bit and bring it down. And then because that's yellowed up, we can do straighten with constant. Now we can just keep it along, move it in, and as you can see, it's fairly close to being where we want to put it. Now, you come back to the beginning again, and I'm going to just move that up a tiny bit, slowly move that back down. And as I do that, I want to see where it goes. And obviously it's missing the drum completely there. So we're going to come back over. And I'm going to move that slightly this way. And then come back round again. And look at it again. So here we go again. And now we bring this down. And you can see it's starting to look like it's going to hit both. So I'm going to get that rotation in a little bit. Okay. And now when we go up and down there, it's going to hit that rim. But don't forget, we're going to actually, we want it to slightly move as well. So I'm going to place that about there at the moment to try it. Again, put it to constant, come along and wait for it to work. Now you can see that that's too far, so I'm going to come back to there, bring it up again, and then again it's getting closer and closer to where we want it to go. A little bit further up. Okay, so let's try that again. And that is getting quite close to the edge now on that rim, which is what we're looking for. Tiny bit up again. And we'll try again. Before we do that, make sure we set it back to constant. And then try again. Now it's hitting the edge of the rim. See how it looks in far as concerned to the actual top of the drum. So we're not too bad there. Okay, so that's hitting the rim and also the outside of the drum. So we'll leave that where it is, and now we'll come back and we'll try. There you go. So that is the result positioning of using this fixed place. Now we've got a reference to where that actually is on the drum, and with a bit of luck we should be able to utilize that later on. So that's the end of this video, and that's doing the rim shot down to that one. Next we'll start doing the actual snare and see if we can get that to work as well. So maybe I'll see you next time, but thank you for looking.